Is the H1B visa system broken? Well, it sure feels like it these days. So big companies like Infosys and Amazon are cutting back on sponsorships and approval rates are dropping fast. So for F1 students and skilled professionals, this could spell disaster. So what's actually going on here? Is it the end of the American dream for foreign workers? Let's just break that down. First, let's get on the same page and understand what the H1B visa is. It is a work visa that allows US companies to hire skilled foreign professionals for specialized jobs. Think tech, or engineering or sciences or similar fields out there. The H1B visa is initially granted for 3 years with an option to extend it another 3 years, giving you a total of 6 years to work and live in the United States. It's basically a win-win. Companies get the talent that they need and workers get their shot at the American dream. And it's not just about filling jobs. H1B workers create jobs. They drive innovation and contribute billions to the US economy as well. And here's a fact. In 2023, 72% of H1B visas were issued to Indians, around 279,000 out of 386,000. So no other group even comes close. When the H1B numbers drops, it's a big deal, especially for Indians. Now, here's the issue. H1B sponsorships have taken a major hit in 2024. Take Amazon, for example. It went from over 11,000 approvals in 2023 to just about 7,000 this year. Infosys dropped from 7,300 to about 5,900. And TCS, well, down about roughly 1,600 approvals in that case as well. On the flip side though, some companies like Meta actually increased their approvals this year, likely because they heavily invested in areas like virtual reality and AI and all these cutting edge technology fields. But overall, the trend is pretty clear. Fewer visas, fewer opportunities. It's like a game of musical chairs and the chairs are disappearing fast. So why is this really happening? Honestly, it's a mix of reasons and it's a perfect storm of a bunch of situations out here. Firstly, the global economy is shaky and companies are cutting costs a lot. AI is automating tasks, so some roles just don't need as many workers anymore. Secondly, the H1B process itself is frustrating. It's a lottery system, a randomized lottery system, meaning companies have to apply without knowing if their candidates will even get selected. It is a gamble, essentially, at the end of the day, and mainly businesses are deciding that it's not worth that hassle. It's good to have a little more certainty in the process is what they generally think. There's also the cap limit of only 85,000 H1B visas issued annually. So for example, in fiscal year 2025, USCIS received about 442,000 applications, but only 114,000 were selected for filing. That's a selection rate of just 25.8%. Meaning 1/4 of all the applications filed actually get selected. On top of that, there's been more scrutiny over the years. The US is prioritizing American workers, making the process tougher for companies sponsoring foreign talent here. And let's not forget about the cost. Applying for the H1B is expensive, especially for smaller companies that may not want to take the risk. Finally, the remote work is changing the game as well. With so many jobs now being done remotely, companies can hire global talent without really needing to bring them to the US. No visas, no headaches. That's how they think. Now, let's zoom in on who's really being impacted the most. Indians. At the end of the day, for Indian students in the US, this is a tough spot. There are over 1.1 million international students in the US, and Indians make up a huge portion of that. And in 2023, nearly 100,000 Indian students were in OPT or optional practical training programs, 41% increase from before. Now, here's the catch. After OPT ends, they need a work visa to stay in the US. And for most, that means the H1B. With fewer approvals, their future is up in the air. And for skilled workers in India dreaming of US jobs, it's also a tough time. With sponsorship shrinking, the opportunities aren't just there in a large number. It's frustrating knowing that you have got the skills, but you can't really find a sponsor. I went through that frustration a bunch of years ago, and trust me, it's a very, very painful experience. Here's an interesting twist though. US companies like Amazon, Meta, and Google are actually ramping up their H1B usage. Amazon's applications have skyrocketed skyrocketed by about 400% or 500% since 2016. Meanwhile, Indian giants like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, etc. have cut down their H1B sponsorships by 56%. Now, it could be because of multiple factors. Maybe they don't need as many people coming on site or so, or the projects that they get are relatively lower ticket for it not to be worth for them to send their talents here. There are a number of reasons over there. Indian firms are moving more jobs offshore and shifting their strategies. It's a huge flip that's actually completely reshaping the H1B landscape. But hey, that's not all bad news. If the H1B visa isn't working for you, there are other options. I never got the H1B visa in multiple attempts out there. And the O1A visa, for instance, is for people who are exceptional in their fields. There's no lottery, no annual cap, and you can renew it as long as you qualify. Then there's the EB1A green card, which is usually a logical next step after the O1A, which is a fast track to permanent residency. You don't even need to have an employer sponsorship for this one, and it's all about your achievements. If you have got the talent, these visas should be your golden ticket. Why wait around for the H1B lottery when you can actually create your own path? And that's where the Smart Green Card program's VIP plan comes in. We are all about assisting people like you improve your own professional profiles at your workplace, becoming a thought leader in the space, and explore these alternate pathways, whether it is the O1A or the EB1A. We are here to guide you from assessing your profile to making sure that we help you along the way to build the EB1A profile that you need, and sending you to US licensed attorney firms, the top of the line nationally acclaimed attorneys in the US who work with us to help our clients get filed, get represented with the government. So what do you think? Is it time for you to move from the H1B lottery and focus on talent-based visas instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart Green Card for more immigration tips and insights on navigating US immigration. Until next time, this is Simon Shetty signing off. Peace.